Om Nam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Nam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Nam Ganapataye Namaha. Hi, Namaste, Happy New Moon. This is
lovingspirit.ca.
Yeah, Anastasia Love and
Christopher Love.
And you can find us at lovingspirit.ca. And we are sharing new moon and full moon rituals with you today. We're coming into new moon.
We're coming into new moon. So the new moon is, of course, when the earth passes between the moon and the sun, and the shadow of the earth blocks the light from reflecting off the moon. So it appears as though the moon has gone completely dark. But what is actually happening is that we are receiving directly the sunlight and absorbing it into the earth. So this is actually a time of illumination as well as a time of darkness. They always go hand in hand.
So the new moon is on October 20th at 1:30 a.m.
That is correct. And it is in the sign of Virgo. This is the Virgo new moon. And the Virgo is the last of the personal signs. So this is the sign where we've been working since Aries through till now to develop our sense of self. And with Virgo, we're really trying to perfect who we are. And so we're going to move from this into Libra, which is the transpersonal, not just you or me. Now we're we. And how do we relate?
The whole.
But first we have to know who we are so that we can relate with others. So Virgo is about the final refinement of that.
Right. Okay. And last time we met was 2 weeks ago when it was the full moon. And our maintenance for practicing that we decided was to be kind every day. So I'm just checking in with you to see how you did that for yourself, and checking in with us. How did that go?
I would love to say it was fabulous. I was kind all the time, but I caught myself at times where I wasn't. But I did notice myself. I did take some extra efforts to do some things out of ordinarily nice gestures. Paying for certain things for people that just out of the kindness of my heart, just because I could. Buying people a little something here and there without them asking, just because I knew they would appreciate it. Lending a helping hand without having to be prompted to do so. Just little things like that. But could I have done more? You know what? I sure could. Definitely. Mm-hmm. But even a little step towards the goal will get you there. So keep walking. If you didn't succeed as well as you'd have liked, don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep doing little acts of kindness as often as you can.
Every day.
And you'll never regret it.
And
ever.
Also to be kind to the self. So that was my journey. Was it started outwards, and I was doing a few things that were kind for the outer world. And then it became really apparent that I needed to do this for myself and be kind to myself, and just being aware of how I'm really hard on myself, harder than I am on the world. And I did find myself being, I don't know if it was mean, but just I had some boundaries up. So I think that's being kind to myself, but it could be misinterpreted as not being so kind to others.
Well, but this is also part of the Virgo refinement. So this is refining what works, what doesn't. What are my boundaries? What am I sticking with? Where does myself end? And where does myself with others begin? So it's normal. It's normal.
All
it's
right.
fine.
Well, I'm going to continue with that cycle too, and do random acts of kindness, not just for others but myself.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So tell us about this new moon focus. We're going to do our maintenance plan for this new moon, and we've created a little exercise to do. We did it in the new moon flow yoga tonight on Tuesday nights. You're always welcome to join us online or in studio here in Barrie. So tell us about the new moon focus, our little exercise here, and tell us about how we came up with it.
Well, I work on an organic farm. And so I am very connected with the cycles and the seasons of life. I notice at this time of the year, plants do three things. First, the plant itself starts to die or go dormant. So leaves fall, they turn, and they are let go of. Secondly, the fruits of the plant are ripe and full. So your pumpkins get big, your tomatoes, everything becomes big and full and ripe and ready for harvest. Lastly, inside, all the seeds start to become ready. And they're going to rest dormant over the winter so they can become your garden next year. So these things are happening right now. So to reflect that, we created a little exercise to be done on a piece of paper. So Anastasia, do you want to show them what we
Yeah,
did?
so we took our paper and we split it into did three different lines. And on one at the top, we put leaf, and
Leaves that fall and are let go of.
that what you're letting go of is leaf, and in the middle is the fruit,
That's what we're grateful for, what we're harvesting right now.
what we want to enjoy in our life right now. Yeah?
Right now.
Yeah.
Enjoy it now.
Yeah, what we're going to enjoy right now. And then the seed, which is creation into the future. Okay? And you're just doing point forms. You're point forming what you're releasing, letting go of the leaf parts. You're point forming the fruit, and you're point forming the seed.
That's right. So, what we're going to begin with is just letting it down. So I'll just share what I had. So what I'm going to let go of, just a couple of things. Pessimism, criticism, and aloofness. Two things that I am pretty bad at. And how about you, Anastasia? Just a couple of things.
Things I'm letting go of are self-sabotage, vicious circles, old negative beliefs, and patterns. And the should've, could've, would've's.
That's right. So letting those go.
Yeah.
So
And
what
the
are some...
fruit?
Go ahead, share some of your fruit.
The fruit is just grateful for everything I have, really. My husband, my son, my life, my gardens, my friends, my food, my family, my peers, and my teachers.
Wonderful. And the same for myself. I love that I love the work that I do. And I love my wife, my son, and my daughter. Both of my sons and daughters, my abundance,
Focus. Yeah.
and my Tantra yoga.
You know what I mean? I think we might have to start again because of the battery. Want to pause? Oh no, we're good. Okay,
Okay.
good. Our battery's low, so we're hoping we can get all this
Get this all in before
right
she
into
goes
the
up
new
the
moon.
ghost.
And the seed creation into the future are more YouTubes. And actually, I love writing, and I haven't blogged yet. I'm going to have to blog. And there's some parts of I do crystal healing, and I want to do some crystal healing certifications. I'd like us to go to the Skin and Of Spa more,
Yes.
and more Conscious Kids Club events.
Mine is a little more abstract. I said I wanted time to be of service with all of my material desires taken care of, loving all through service. So
Wonderful.
that's, everybody aspires for something.
So feel free to press pause and do your own exercise now, and then catch up with us. And we're going to come into some pranayama, breath control, before we do a chant to finish up together. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, press down into the earth. Feel the support there. And allow the support of the earth to sprout up through your spine, right out of the top of the crown, and connect to the spaciousness above, turning the palms open, connecting to the space above, the space between the planets, and the darkness above. This new moon where there's darkness, a clear slate. Our left hand, index to thumb, welcoming balance. Our right index finger to the right nostril. Exhaling out of the left nostril. And inhaling out of the left nostril. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. And begin to pause at the space in between In between each inhale and exhale, pause. This is a very yin, surrendering, calming, soothing, new moon breath. This left side is the divine feminine, the nurturing, the surrendering, the grounding, the earth, the dark, the womb, the night, the new moon. So continuing to do this for 3 to 5 minutes. If it feels really good, press pause and continue and do a few more. But when do you want to calm? When are times you want to calm? Whenever you're feeling anxious. Whenever you need to bring yourself here now. Maybe even when you're in road rage. Or even at the office. Have a little yin break. They'll probably think you're picking your nose.
Don't eat it.
Anyways, so when you do this yin breath, you exhale to begin, and on your next exhale, finishing up and coming into balance. And just feel the moment, the fruit, enjoying this breath, this life living through you right here, right now, under the new moon, the spaciousness, the void, the new beginning. Chris is going to explain the mantra we're going to finish up with.
So we're working with Chandra. Chandra is the Hindu divinity associated with the moon, and he rides on a gazelle. And the mantra that we're using is Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha.
I gotta write it backwards.
You just stick a mirror up to your camera and you'll be able to read that. Om Chandraya Namaha.
Om Chandraya Namaha.
Correct.
Is there a good mudra for us to do?
Well, we are going to be coming into a receiving, so we can just actually have our palms open and completely allow ourselves to receive.
Good.
And
So you lead, and then we'll just keep chanting until our battery comes out, and we'll see you next time for the full moon on October
the 5th, Thursday, October the 5th.
So we'll see you for our full moon, and remember to do your little exercise, your leaf, your fruit and your seed. So it's Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Lead us.
Om Chandraya Namaha. 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 Om Chandraya Namaha.
Om Chandraya Namaha. Chandraya Namaha. Chandraya Namaha. In your mind. Wishing you all the best at this harvest, new moon.
Namaste.
Namaste. Blessed be.
We're lovingspirit.ca.
Peace. Peace and love and happiness. Om Chandraya Namaha.